Welcome to Contaroo 2 TOO. This is an application that was written over the weekend. Started Friday night, worked a chunk of Saturday, and then half of today. It's based on a old Swift application I wrote years ago, but it has been written from scratch. There was no code imported. So here's the welcome screen. When you get here, well, it doesn't do much, although if you click the kangaroo, he does bounce, and if you click him enough, he'll growl at you and go red. It's pointless, but it was in my original version, so I put it in this version as well. So if you hit getting started, the application has two modes, either a local mode or an isolated mode or a network mode. So if you want to access some of the advanced features like sharing, you actually need to create a free account and sign in. We're not going to worry about that, so we're just going to use a local account to get started, and then we'll go from there. So obviously I'm just putting my name in. I'm not going to sign up for anything. Hit continue. Now, because it's a brand new account, we have no counters. The application is designed to count just about anything. So what we can do is we can start with a new counter, and there's a bunch of themes you can use. Let's start with a theme that we already have. These themes haven't been designed yet, so the colors are a bit wonky, but I will get to it at some point and fix it. So here's the basic counter details where you go, well, how often does it reset? Well, this one we never want to reset actually. So that would usually, like all of the templates are all set up, should be set up properly. As I said, they're not finished. So you can theme the template. For instance, we're just going to change some of these colors because, as I said, they're a bit ugly and I can't deal with it. Actually, I'm going to change that to red. And text color and background, I'm going to just change that too. So you can use images off your library or your camera as backgrounds. I'm not going to worry about it for this. Now, basically a counter holds items. In this case, we've got 3 items. We're counting calories, calories consumed, calories burnt, and weight. But they can be pretty well anything. If you have a look at any of these items, they basically are cards, and they have some details. You can configure the icon. You can configure how the card looks. You can set how each of the tally buttons looks. And then you set your tally button values, plus 100, plus 250, plus 500. You can just add as many of those as you like. You can add calculations. So a calculation allows you to pick another field. For instance, in this instance, we might choose calories burnt, and then we might add that or subtract that from the amount. So say we wanted calories burnt, we would subtract it from the value of this counter. We can give it a label and things like that. I'm not going to worry about making that work right now. Notifications, you can set up your own notifications so that when you're getting close, it triggers you to try to keep you engaged. And the value you don't need it. Of course, you can apply it or not, or delete it or whatever. So you also have some tools. Tools allow you to share with friends, but you can't really do that without an account. If you click that, you'll get a error message. You can duplicate, you can save it as a template, you can reset it, or you can archive it or delete it. You can actually access those functions from a bunch of different places, but we won't worry about it today. So we've just created this counter. And of course, we'll actually go back in. If you expand the counter, you can actually see your streaks and your goals and your trends, but we won't worry about those things yet. So if you go into your menu and configure your counter, I'm just going to go into the items, go into calories consumed. I'm going to go down here and set a goal. So I want a goal to stay below, actually I'm actually going to say above for this one just to make it easier for us to hit it. So if we have a goal and say we want to get above 1500, we can add that goal so that when we hit that number, oh, wait a second, that didn't work. Why? Oh, there you go. Yeah, we had to get above it. So we get a bit of a notification and some stuff happens when we hit the goal. Now in a counter you have your cards, which are all the different things you're counting, but you also have your insights or your history, which shows you all the things you've done, or you can also have a look at your achievements. So we've already won 2 achievements. Now they'll go into the notification center, but we'll get there eventually. So, so if you look at these settings are all for the counter you're on. So you have insights, which we've looked at, achievements we've looked at, the history we've looked at, but you can also have friends. Of course, we have a we don't have a free account, so like we don't have an account, so we can't actually access. And it's the same with all of these things. So you can't add friends or cheers. The rewards should. Oh no, actually the rewards are disabled too. They're behind the paywall. Alerts, not same thing. So a bunch of these things are disabled. I probably didn't need to disable alerts. Yeah, no. So a lot of this stuff doesn't work with the base account. I will actually change that because I think alerts and reminders do need to work. So from here again, you can access some of those other features like, reset, end, or delete. If you reset it, it doesn't go back to 0, but it goes back to actually does. It resets to 0. But if you've got running totals, because inside those cards you can have totals which don't ever reset. So when you reset a counter, if you're counting something like your weight, it never resets. And then if you end it, it goes into the archive. You can still recover it from archive. If you delete it, it's gone forever. So we don't have anything in our archive at the moment. And and like obviously you can see your templates, and from here you can just use any of these templates to create. It's kind of a shortcut to creating a new counter, and of course you can save your own templates as you saw before from the template manager. So that's the crux of the application. Obviously you can start a new counter from anywhere. If you look in the settings, you have general settings where you can create an account if you want. Currently we're just running in local mode, so there's no account. We can export the data. We can turn on push notifications. We can turn on or off sounds. We can set up our sharing preferences. So if we share a counter, people get a daily update or a milestone update, or you can get notified when someone cheers you on. The idea of cheers is if someone sees you hit a milestone, they can send you a cheer to keep you going. So that's basically how that works. We have theming. So if you don't like the default theme, although all of the colors basically already are themed, you can turn on a theme and it'll change the theme of the app. But because most of the application is fully configured in terms of how you do your counters, the theme doesn't typically affect those. There is a dark mode, but I don't think you really need it, as I said, because you basically theme everything. Yeah, you theme everything anyway. So that's theming, and of course there's an about page, but that's neither here nor there. So now, and this little section here can feed you encouragement. It's designed to be non-intrusive, but it can just give you a little bit of encouragement as you're struggling your way through your counting. So let's go back to the dashboard. The dashboard works slightly different to the menus from the other sections because it basically joins all the data from all of the counters. So if you saw your cheers, you'd see all your cheers from everywhere. There are some global things. Friends are global; they're not per counter, but most of the other things are per counter. They're attached to a counter. So so you can get cheers on a counter. It means you can delete some of those things without having to delete everything. So the only difference here is the configuration doesn't exist, but there is a feedback form in case you want to report a bug or suggest a feature or something like that. As you can see here, our trends are going up. Things are looking pretty good for this tile. So on the dashboard, you get all your tiles turn up, so you can actually see everything, all the results of all your counters in one spot, which is could be useful sometimes, maybe not. But anyway, and again, of course, you can easily create a new counter. We currently have none. So if we went out, I've never actually tried this, so I can't be sure it's going to work. I'm just going to go to settings. I'm going to go. Actually, I need to actually go back to the welcome page. That's sort of a bug by the looks of it, because I should have log in, but it only allows you to create an account. Okay, I'm just going to quickly... I don't think I can actually reset. I'm going to have to quickly reset and note that is something that needs to be fixed. So, in 2 seconds. Just going to start a new version of this app. Try to put it roughly in the same spot. So yeah, that's a bit of a bug, but I'll have that sorted. So if you get started, you can just sign in if you have an account. I luckily have one. I have one, but I may not remember the password. That's curious. I wonder what the password is. I don't know what the password is, and I'd actually set that up so with counters, so I could demo the cloud syncing. It's already there. I'll probably have to reset the password. Let's just change it to me.com. It can support... Let's try another one. It can support actually I don't know where I was saying resets and all that. I don't have that installed, so let's just quickly create a few counters from just the templates. As I said, they're a bit ugly, but you'll get the idea. So let's go make a weight loss counter. Let's add a new one, and we'll make that a activity tracker, and we'll make a new one and make it I don't know, leaving the house, and we might make one more, and we might what have we got in this list? Food and exercise, leaving the house, water intake. Actually, let's create one from scratch, blank counter, and we'll call it, I don't know, OCD. Help me stress less. We don't want to reset that, so we'll turn it to never. And we'll go to theme. We don't really need to mess, I don't think we really need to, oh no, let's mess with the theme. Let's make it yellow. Let's make the icon red. Let's make the background of the icon white. We won't worry about a background image. Let's go to items and add a first item. But this time, from the type of items, there's a number of different items you can choose. Checklist, ratings, etc. I'm going to put image in this time. And I don't want it to ever reset. Let's make it a photo icon just so we know what we're doing. Photo, that'll do. Icon color, we'll leave white, but we'll put it on a yellow background. And we'll make the background of our tile red, just to make it really annoying to look at. I won't worry about any of the other stuff. I won't worry about customizing that. I won't worry about any of that. So let's hit apply and save. Now, if we scroll through our counters, you can see there's a bunch of them. And leaving the house is a checklist one. So every time you leave the house, you can go check, 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 and reset it. Check, 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 and reset it. So like every time you go, oh, I'm going to check the stove. Oh, it's done. Yeah, good job. Oops, uncaught promise. I'll fix that. But the interesting thing here is this one allows you to take a photo. So actually, let's just reconfigure this one a little bit in the configuration tab, and let's call this item check the door. So the cool thing is you could go, okay, I want to check the door, and then you can, as you leave, you can use your camera. It won't work because it's not connected to a camera, but say we were using the library. You can take a photo and attach it. You've got one photo attached, and then in your history, it shows you what time you took it. Eventually, this will have the thumbnail in it, so you can actually look through the thumbnails and view them. It doesn't have it right now. So basically, yeah, that's basically the app. Obviously, you can see it's got graphs and stuff too, which I didn't really get into. Yeah, so and we got our first badge. Yay! Awesome. And it supports emailing updates, friends joining, sharing links, password resets, all that regular stuff too. So there you have it. Apart from a couple of bugs, it seems to be mostly working. Hoodly doody.